What's happening, people? Population Nation. Now, last night I got to watch, at long last, Matt Walsh's Am I Racist, produced by the Daily Wire. If you don't know who they are, they're an American media company that are quite conservative. They produce a lot of conservative sort of centre-right kind of things. And a couple of years ago, Matt Walsh did a poem called Am I a Woman, where he went round asking loads of professionals and experts and whatnot, what is a woman, and he found out that no one could tell him what a woman was. Excuse me, a bit of a dry mouth. So then he's gone on to make another production, Am I Racist?, where he goes on a journey of self-discovery to find out if he's racist, and more to the point, expose the race grift. Now, the race grift is where quite often middle-aged, usually single feminist white ladies, and also a lot of black ladies now, are basically making white people feel guilty. They call it guilt, white guilt. The system's rigged against them, they're oppressed, and things like what happened in the past, with the empire, colonialism. Obviously they'll bring up about the slave trade and reparations, and basically just shitting on white people and making money off it. And Matt starts his journey, he goes to a group, and he wants to learn, or he says he wants to learn, but basically throughout the film you just find out that, well, all these people have a price. That's one thing that I think they do well. They put up the price of how much these interviews cost. These people are supposed to be on some social justice warrior crusade to end racism, which they're happy to do as long as they're being paid. And like, American humour is a bit different to English humour, and Matt Walsh is very deadpan, dry, sarcasm, all the things I kind of, I like, but I just found this a little bit too much. He went a bit too out of his way to provoke these reactions, and I didn't find it as funny as what I thought I would find it funny. I know from the reviews from American YouTubers that some of them found it hilarious, but to me it just came across a little bit too forced, a little bit too, how can I put it, produced. And I also noticed that these people that he's interviewing and that, now on an interview someone said, how when you interviewing these people and they're coming out with this nonsense, how do you manage to keep a straight face? And his answer was, Well, at the time, he said, I'm asking these questions, and it's actually quite serious. And the fact that, they either are truly all in with this ideology, or they actually know that they're grifting. He said it's actually, I'm sat there and if anything disgusted or, it's serious because I know they're being disingenuous. It isn't funny at the time. And that's how I felt watching these people. You could see they were grifting and enjoying the grift, or they were so indoctrinated that there was just no getting through to them. And I mean, we don't have the same problem over here in England with racism. We're more, I wouldn't say integrated, but we're not brought up. We're not sort of, I don't know, it's not ingrained in us to see us as, blacks and whites, us against them. No, we just don't, not like how America has this big race problem. Like they go on about every time a black man gets shot by a white cop, they make such a big deal, even though blacks kill far more blacks, and actually more white people get shot by coppers. But in America, you seem to have this narrative, and people are sort of, since the Black Lives Matter movement, especially, and like these people that are grifting off the back of it, trying to, like I say, they call themselves social justice warriors, and they want to expose white supremacy and somehow correcting the past and whatnot. But really, they will speak about it and write about it, and they're happy to do an interview so long as they're being paid. And like over here, it's more about in England, like, because I consider myself English. I might be part of the British Empire, but I'm English. I'm not Scottish. I'm not Northern Irish. I'm not Jamaican or, Australian, Canadian. I'm English. I'm born in England. My parents were born in England. My grandparents, my great grandparents, my great granddad fought in the Battle of the Somme. And I'm English through and through, and I have black friends that are as English as I am, and we find like more what we've got in common than trying to divide us by our differences. Whereas these race grifters, that's exactly what they're seeking to do, is they seem to find racism everywhere and trying to turn people against one another while making some money out of it. So it's great that the movie exposes that. Like I say, these people totally indoctrinated, some of them, and some of them are clearly just grifting. I only wish that Matt Walsh somehow made it seem a little bit more natural. I mean, he accomplished his job. It was a good watch, and I do think it's something that should be shown in schools, or the BBC should license it and play it on the BBC for a few weeks as well, because it's starting to seep over here now. I mean, the BBC's been doing this race grifting for years and provoke like a response or try and turn us against each other. Like the production of Anne Boleyn, that was nothing more than just some publicity stunt and stirring up a bit of controversy. And thank God it's only the mainstream media that seem to be pushing this stuff. Most people I know and talk to on a daily basis, we're just not interested, we're not bothered. It just seems a load of nonsense. In fact, some people are sick of hearing it. Like I say, we should find more what we've got in common and bring ourselves together than find things that are different that can divide us. And bringing up the past, especially stuff that happened a long time in the past, to subvert the future is also ridiculous. So, yeah, Matt Walsh, I agree, it got a high audience score, and it was a film, I think, that needed coming out, and the fact it got into the cinemas over in America and brought to a larger audience was a great thing. Anyway, thanks for listening. Population Nation out. White power!